In this episode, girls are players too. Sometimes they purposely destroy relationships. That's right, you heard it. Women and girls purposely destroy relationships. Let me give you a few examples. They aren't ready for a relationship, but when a fine man comes along, he's got his shit together, he's got money, he helps you pay the bills. She doesn't want a real relationship, but she wants what you bring her. The looks, the arm candy, and the money. Women display red flags also. For example, if you first meet a woman and within the first week she tells you she can't pay her bills, or, oh, my DP&L bill is due. Dang, I don't even have money to pay that. Or if nowadays, some women would flat out come and ask you for money. Will you pay my bill? As they should if you are sleeping together, especially if you are laying up in her house. See, back in the day, our generation, which means my generation, was scared to ask men for money. Crazy. Like, they would be out up in your house eating your food, you cooking for them, you playing a wife role, cooking, cleaning, and actually sometimes you paying their bills, loaning them money. And we didn't have the nerve to ask, okay, what are you bringing to the table? Okay, will you change my tire? Will you pay my water bill? Will you pay half the rent? Especially if you're staying up in my house. Nowadays, most women will tell you up front, like, no, we're not playing house. I'm not playing your wife. If you don't want to do right, if we don't want to pay my bills, treat me right, and have me the only woman in your life, you can just get your picture and plants and leave. Like Star Jones always mentions. But this is how some women intentionally destroy relationships. They don't want you, but they want what you bring. And the red flags start coming maybe 3 months later, when they realize they don't even want you around, after they got something from you, after they brag to their girlfriends that they got you and you're so handsome and you paying my bills. They're not even physically attracted to you sometimes. This is how they destroy relationships. They will make up shit, accuse you of cheating, when all along, in their mind, they want to do the cheating, or they are actually cheating or sleeping with somebody else while you are around, and or living with them and paying their bills. So another way is that some women will just ask you a whole lot of questions and create arguments. Like, they will look for stuff to accuse you of. Oh, what took you 20 minutes to get home from work? Or, why are you going outside talking on the phone? Or, why are you talking to your coworker from your job? Like, in some cases, some women are really insecure in that way. But most of the time, if you haven't given them a reason to distrust you, they will make up that stuff to actually push you away. And then when they push you away and you haven't had enough and you leave, the excitement is gone. So they do things to try to get you back. They may text you one day at the blue, you want to come over for dinner? Or you forgot your pants at my house. Come and pick them up. Just to get you back in her atmosphere and just to start the relationship once again. But hold up. The psychotic episodes will continue shortly after that again. So once they get you back in their web, they're all nice for the first month or two. But eventually, she will get tired of you. She will see somebody else that she wants, or she will realize again that you're not what she wanted. You're just around to provide the physical, the monetary advantages, and just to keep her company. I was talking to this one guy. He was in his relationship going on 2.5, 3 years. And the woman, she has been doing the same stuff for at least 2 of the 2.5, 3 years they have been dating or been a couple. Like, he hasn't given her any reason to cheat. He does nothing but go to work, um, go home, go over her house. He doesn't even go out like normal guys. Like, he's one of the good guys. And she's, I guess she's used to drama because her last relationship, he cheated on her and treated her so bad that she's not good. She's not content with having a good man in her life. And I know a couple of situations like this where the woman is so used to having drama or having her man cheat on her or having suspicions like, why are you sleeping with your phone up under your pillow? Why are you sleeping with your phone right next to you? Why you have a lock on your phone? Why is this? Why is that? But that's his privacy. Like, then sometimes the woman don't even realize that she's complaining about what he does, but she's doing the same thing. She has a lock on her phone. She's sleeping with her phone sometimes. She goes out and talks outside for certain conversations. Like, certain conversations you don't want people to hear. Even conversations with your family, with your mother, with your sisters and brothers. Nobody needs to hear everything you talk about. So women and girls will intentionally destroy relationships. Like, and then they will um be in relationships for years until they just can't stand you anymore. Like, you don't even have to do anything, but she just can't stand being phony anymore. Like, she not really want you what she wants. And when she keeps accusing you of things like every month and bringing up Like, you didn't even call me last night and say goodnight. Like, okay. We're not married. I'll call you sometimes, most of the nights when I can. Sometimes I just fall asleep because I work hard all day. Why don't you call me and tell me good night? Like, women complain of the stuff they can do, but they get used to the man chasing them. They get used to being the prize, and they just sit back and find reasons to complain. Like, he's been calling you every night. Switch it up and call him every night, or send a text. Good night. Thinking of you. I know you're probably tired. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like, don't start out the next day. Why don't you call me last night? Why don't you call me and tell me good night? Send out a text the next day, like, good morning, babe. I know you're tired. I missed your call last night, but I hope you have a good day. Call me when you have time, or I'll call you on my lunch break. Men get sick of hearing complaints after complaints after complaints when they don't do anything wrong, ladies. Stop wasting men's time and stop pushing good men away. If you don't want a good man in your life, let that be known up front. Save everybody heartaches. And this is according to some women that I have interviewed, what I've seen with my own two eyes, and based on what some men I have talked to disclosed to me. Some women destroy relationships just like some men destroy relationships. But women destroy relationships totally differently than men do. Men destroy relationships by cheating most of the time and lying. Women destroy relationships on an emotional level. They will emotionally push men away. And most of the time, for no reason. Thanks for joining. And until next time, appreciate the men in your lives.